Hey Clashers, Super Witches are for sure one of the big winners of the last update. They feel really strong now, and you can actually use them in many different ways. One option is just the classic one, which is with the fireball, and then just everything as usual. Or the second option then would be the one with the torch, which we're going to take a look at in this video as well, and then compare them a little bit in strength, and as well maybe in difficulty and such. I will have two example attacks with like some live legend attacks for you guys. So let's dive into the attacks, and I feel like we should get things started with the fireball version. For this one, I will just go with the spiky ball and the snake bracelet. You can go with both options as well, whatever you want and have upgraded. This is the other option you can go with. So it's totally personal preference. But I would just showcase both. I would use this combination for the fireball, and then we're going to use the gauntlet and the stick horse combination for the torch combination. That being said, let's dive into the attacks. We're starting things off with one of those bases. It's just kind of insane what type of bases are currently used in Legends to somehow stop those mass throwers. But at the same time, I mean, for fireball, that's exactly the reason why you want to bring a fireball, right? Like, I mean, there's no better way of taking those things out. But hey, for us now, let's think about where we want to get that fireball landing exactly. I feel like let's put the warden right here. And then we can already think about how do we get that landing position. I think 2 invis. Are 2 invis actually already enough? 1, 2. I think so, right? Okay, it did not exactly land where I was planning it to, but that should be actually fine, I believe. Let's get the wall break. Let's get the wall break, I said. Invis, come on, survive. Yes, nice. Okay. Now, king on the outside. We're having everything else in here. Let's distract that. I'm not really sure what siege machine do we want to use. I guess lock launcher, maybe? Queen into the middle. Do we use the royal team into the middle as well? I think we'll just use it somewhere on the back, and I think that's fine. That's fine. Oh, it's like one of those weird mass headhunter thingy, clan castles, whatever. It's okay. Let's get this right here. King is walking in, actually. Okay, that was not part of the plan. Queen ability, and then we're going to use the rage. I will use the overgrowth spell as soon as that back end rage tower pops. Come on. Go off. You want it? Yep, there we go. Nice. So we have that now out of the window. There's a Berrigan right there. What else can we do right now? What else can we do? Nothing like, I just save the spells at this point, right? Like, that's the only thing I can do, and only thing I should do, actually. Is just saving those spells as soon as things are waking up. I just have to consider what am I freezing. I feel like this bottom side, like the Super Wizard Tower and such, I feel like that's the most important thing. Then we can actually distract right here in the middle something. And that's just easily crushed, right? I mean, those are the bases where you are just saying thank you that you're running a fireball because they're so easy. And yeah, it is just what it is. It is what it is. To take those free 3-stars. That's kind of it. But hey, let's move on. Let's see if we find maybe not such an easy base, but for the second attack to more showcase the differences between those two versions, between Fireball and Torch. Okay, the second base. Let's go, let's go. So, Fireball, where do we go? I mean, obviously, the core is looking really nice for a Fireball, but at the same time, getting it there might be not as easy. So, what are our other options? We could just go for the clan castle, which is more like a common approach, I guess. I think so. I think we're just going for the clan castle. So, this means invis here. That was stupid. Whatever. I just have to go with it now. Totem. Just to be extra safe. Headhunter in there. Okay. Actually, it was fine in the end. I wasn't sure if I would catch the back and double, like, the ricochet cannon with that fireball. But hey, in the end, it worked out beautifully, so that's nice. Now we have that fireball in. I feel like we have to enter from the bottom side. That's as well where the bomb pipe is less annoying. Let's do exactly that. Then we have the king on the outside. Do some test loons. I think queen can be in the middle again. Let's wall break the king in. think the lock launcher again is the best choice here, right? This wall break. Then we can use... I would just use this right there. Skating spell should be quite nice. I will use this right there. Just the rage here. Rage ability. Nice, nice, nice. Wait, we have... Oh no, never mind. I thought I have only one Super Witch left, but all of the other Super Witches are right here. I'm just blind, and that is okay. So, let's just keep going. Royal Champ, crushing everything there. We still have the King ability, which is nice. So, as soon as things are waking up again, we have the King ability for that now. Like this. Raise it up. So, can we have enough power on the back end is the big question, though. And I feel like it should be a yes, right? Because we have... How many Super Witches do we still have left alive? I can't even see it exactly. The giant on the outside is just crushing everything, and that should be kind of it, no? Queen Invis. So the wall break, so everything can leave again. That is crushed. This is crushed. Nice, nice. So, yeah, I mean, you will always find some fireball value somewhere at some point, like in the base. Like it's... The Super Witches are now just such a nice follow-up. It's really nice to see them back in the meta. It is just such a nice thing to have. They were not there for such a long time, and now they're back. Let's go. But, as I said, you have a lot of different options. Like, even this version of the attack with Fireball, you could play with the Stick Horse and the Giant Gauntlet. Like, overall, there are many options on how you can play Super Witches, which I love about that even more. So, let's now dive into the second option, which is using the Torch, which as well has some advantages, some disadvantages. And at the end of the video, I will explain to you more, which I would currently maybe run in Legends, and what are the pros and cons in those two specific styles. Okay, let's start things off now with the Torch attacks, which is, and I feel like this is already the perfect showcase, which is in the current meta. It has a lot of ups and downs, I would say. In general, I would even consider this being stronger versus some specific type of bases. On the other side, though, it can be super, super annoying if you want to deal with the Rage Tower bases, which right now are just so meta. And with Rage Tower bases, I mean, they just don't care about Fireball value whatsoever. Which makes the Fireball, which is already probably the strongest equipment in the game, even stronger, which is kind of crazy to think about. So for those bases, if you have no Fireball or Eternal Tome, it can be kind of tricky. But don't worry, even with the Torch, you can still handle them somewhat easily. So let's try to do exactly that. Warden hopefully is going to take down the Guardian. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. Perfect. And then we can enter into one of those Rage Towers and just push through the entire base. That's pretty much the plan right here. For us right now, we can just use the Super Witches in a second. And when you're facing those Rage Tower bases, something which is super crucial is you have to try... First off, let's use the Invis. You have to try to get the King more closer towards the core instead of with the other... Hey, my Apprentice Warden! I feel like every Warden right now is just trying to go down. That's not fun. But you try to have the King more towards the core because versus those Rage Tower bases, he is really, really helpful over there. Let's pop the King ability. Let's wall break the Queen as well in. And then we can just start with those Rages in a second. Try to use those Rages that you're not wasting them completely against the Clan Castle versus typical Ice Golems and such, right? That would be kind of annoying otherwise. Let's use the Overgrowth down here so we can take down the defending heroes somewhat easily. And then I feel like after the Tower Compartment, we should get stuck. And that's when we're going to use the Torch. So maybe even just right now. I think right now might be a good time for us to push through even faster. Now we can on the back end just freeze up everything pretty much. Let's use the Rage up here. We have the Roach ability still, which is quite nice. Let's see. I think we might have to pop it right now. Let's distract. And we should make it, I think. Yeah, but there should be no problem. But that's what I mean. Like, those are the bases. If you're struggling against any base, pretty much, like any base style, the only bases you're going to... Oh, went down with the Expo. Unfortunate. But the only base style you're going to struggle against are those double-stacked Rage Tower bases. But at the same time, if you have the Stick Horse, you should have no problem against that, because the Stick Horse, again, is counter to the Rage Tower. So you're pretty much trying to really group up, counterplay versus specific base types. And yeah, that's kind of like how you can overwhelm those bases. Those won't be overkills. Not trying to like fool you or anything, but against pretty much everything else, super witches with the torch are just crazy. But anyway, let's see what we find next. But you can see it already, right? Like, there's a lot of Rage Tower bases right now out there, and that's just the theme right now. But let's just get another triple in. So for us, oh, this guy. This is a gemmer. Okay. 2 fire spitters, 1 inferno tower already maxed. That's kind of crazy. In the German video, I even attacked a fully maxed out base, but the fool used an earthquake tower, so I kind of felt bad for him. Like, who is using earthquake towers? Like, that was a big yikes. Like, imagine putting so much money into the game to gem your account and then using an earthquake tower. Oh no. But hey, whatever. I didn't complain, right? Like, I used super witches, so it was an easy snack with the stuff. But hey, for us right now, we're just going to clear one side of the town hall, and then we're just pushing straight into the town hall. I think that should work quite well. I will use the lock launch in just a second to trigger the town hall, so we won't have any issues with like getting into that stuff or anything like that. But for now, we just try to get the pathing right. That's our biggest objective right now as well. I would like to get the... Ooh, that wall break wasn't... Actually was okay, but now let's do it... Wait, like this. Now let's trigger that. I would have to just... I just want to get the wall break right, to be honest. Nice. Now we're going to use the super wish. That hopefully it's fine that he's getting... Like, one is coming back. Yes, perfect. Okay, now everything at the top here, as usual, just the other side of the funnel. And then as we would be stuck at the town hall, that's when it's torch time, baby. So let's use the torch right now. We're just going through the core now, having a good time. Let's use this get into spell to distract this. Let's use the freeze right here. Oh, this is so chill. This is so nice. Like, I don't care about anything. I will just push through. Put as many walls as you want. I don't care. It is easy. Let's just have a good time. I don't know. It's kind of funny. So, let's just get some more distraction going. We have still plenty of phrases. Let's just use those because I hate the bomb pipe. Let's get some outside cleanup going. Let's just... I don't know. Let's just freeze it again because I don't know what else to do with that. But yeah, now the bottom side is waking up again. At this point, just keep the warden and the healers alive and you're good to go. Like, there's literally nothing which could stop you, right? Except if the warden is going into the first front row. What was that, buddy? I just said keep the warden and the healers alive and you are running into everything? Wow, this guy is really listening. This guy is listening and not really helping me whatsoever with proving a point. But hey, whatever. But you can see those Rage Tower bases with the torch. And this is the nice thing, they're typically, in my opinion, easier. Especially if you might struggle getting the fireball value you need and such. So that helps a lot. Like, you don't have to care about, oh, can I wall break there? Or can I do this, that, whatever. It's just like, oh, there's a wall in between, just pop the torch. It's really simple. But let's get everything together. So first off, I think right now with the current base meta in Legends, the fireball is for sure stronger. In Clan War, if there is not a heavily stacked double Rage Tower base, I would even consider the torch being equally to slightly stronger than the fireball. It is crazy how much power you have if you're not running into a double stacked Rage Tower base. In Legends, as I said, since they exist, you typically, fireball is like a safe option. But if you just don't like fireball, give this a try. It's a lot of fun. It's really powerful, especially now with the new level. Otherwise, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it, and I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next one. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.